Greetings and welcome to another episode of Coffee with Kiyonah. I'm at Pulaski again today, listening to the water. It's a beautiful day. What I'm thinking about today is whether it's possible to ever really go home again, like to the good old days. If there was a time in your life when you were really happy and just part of an epic social scene, and the town where you lived was just having such a good phase, but then eventually that came apart or you had to leave or something, and then you longed for that for the rest of your life. And I wonder if that's ever really possible. I felt that way about my life when I lived in Boone, North Carolina from like 1993 to 2005. It was magical. Just smelling the air and seeing the mountains all the time and driving down those roads and going to those houses, like the water, the food, the air, everything. The vibe of everything was just so good. And it's good here too, but yet my mind and heart always return to the mountains of North Carolina. And on Facebook I'm in some groups about life in Boone in the 90s, and everybody has the same wonderful memories of different restaurants and events and just the way the whole town was. Well, it's not like that anymore. People post all the time about businesses and buildings and landmarks going away and highways being rerouted and things, and it's totally different. The old timers are gone. Those tight local businesses that were all owned by friends of ours, most of them are gone. So how can I go home again? In my mind, I think to myself that I'd like to just explore or live in the surrounding towns like Banner Elk or Linville or Spruce Pine or something like that, and just drive to Boone as a little road trip to go to the coffee shop and things like that, even if it's every day, and have full moon potlucks out at my place outside of Boone. And that could happen. It would be nice to have a house like on Howard's Knob or out by Winkler's Creek or something where you're in town, but yet it feels like you're in the woods. I try to appreciate where I am now and see the beauty of where I am now. But every time I do, it's like, oh, this place reminds me of North Carolina in a good way, and that's a compliment, rather than appreciating it just as it is. There are some giant bugs here, dragonflies, caterpillars, all kinds of different gnats and mosquitoes. It's a very healthy ecosystem. So I want to go home again, but can you? What happens when you hold a certain emotional signature because you think of certain people in certain ways, like how they were back then, and then you meet them now and they're middle-aged and really straight-laced and stuff, and that's like, it changes your memory and your signature. So I'm not even sure if I want to meet people from back then, even though I want to be friends and reunite. I definitely want to go to some potlucks and go to some festivals like Leaf, go on some rendezvous like to a waterfall or something, or a private swimming hole where you have to ride in four-wheel drive pickup trucks to get there. I don't know. I try to look for and replicate that energy wherever I go, but my soul is always calling me back to there. And it's a love for the whole bioregion, the Great Smokies, the Blue Ridge Mountains, the Appalachian Mountains, North Carolina, Virginia, Tennessee, some parts of Georgia, but the little mountains of northern North Carolina has a special place in my heart. So that's just what I'm thinking today as I'm meditating beside this beautiful water. There's a beaver dam over there. So, remember to be beautiful, be free, and be true to yourself. Be blessed and be blissed and be a blessing. And as you go through your weekend, take care and take it easy. And until I talk with you again, namaste and blessed be.